Hi there, this is AJ with Car Inspected, and today we are looking at this 2013 Lincoln MKZ. As you can see, it is mid-service, so we've done the best we can to get a good assessment of this vehicle. We're going to point out some damage and some other things that have happened to the vehicle. So cosmetically, we've walked around the vehicle and we see multiple scratches. So there's some rub marks here. It appears that this front bumper cover has been repainted at some point. Over here you can see that it is not quite lined up and there is some little chipping and such here. This front fender is okay, except for once we get to the door area, you can see where there is chipping here, where it appears the door was hitting for some reason. Some panels got moved or something to that nature. There's a couple of scratches on the mirror right here. The hood looks pretty good. Looks like what a lot of these that you see are dirt and such. But to me, I don't see any major issues. There's a couple little road kind of chips along the edge there, but nothing too major. The door is a bit open. There is a ding on the door, a little dent in the door that is right here below the handle, as you can see. And then there is another scratch down here on the bottom. This lower panel is a little crooked from I think it's from being on the lift, but so that might need some attention. As we walk to the back of the vehicle, we see that there is a good sized piece of damage chip in the rear door right here. You can see that in the middle there, and there's a couple of little marks right here. Rest of the door looks pretty decent. Everything lines up well. There is a rub mark here that looks like it could be polished out, but it is there. Roof looks good. No major issues. There is some fading on some of these panels just from age, as you can see. A little peeling of some kind of that's a better photo that you can see. And as we come around back here, we see no major issues. Rear lights have been tinted. Looks like a couple of little marks back here. Nothing too major though. It is equipped with a backup camera. We come around this side and we find that this quarter panel has been painted. There has been a repair at some point in the car's life. A little evidence of some sanding marks, and if we open this door, you can see the tape line from where it was repaired. However, it doesn't look like there's any new damage on it anywhere, just a bunch of dirt and such. On this passenger rear door, we do have some rub marks here that you can see, and some chips here and there. The tint is also starting to peel in some areas on these windows. This passenger door, sorry. As you climb through, the rest of the door looks pretty decent. A couple of chips here and down here, and again we have the same damage at the top of the hand here. This front fender looks decent, no major issues or anything of that nature. As you can see, windows, they all look to be original and not damaged or anything like that. Everything looks pretty good. As we look under the hood, since we're here, we do find a animal nest. Something has made a home here, and it is all over the engine compartment here. We looked at belts, hoses, all that stuff looks pretty good, etc. We did an oil test right here. We come back with a green light, so we don't have any contaminants, signs of a bad head gasket or anything of that nature, and it looks pretty good under here. We did have it up on the lift, and before the end of the video we'll get it up again, but it's hard to see. But there is a bit of an oil leak from this rear bank rocker cover. You can see a little bit of moisture by these sensors, and then you can slightly see it. I don't know if you will in the video, but we got some photos of the seepage underneath there. Front one looks good. I see no issues there. Coolant is at -20. Looks clean enough, but it is a little high in the temperature. Your brake fluid is good at 0%, so we have no issues there. The battery is completely dead, so we're at 0. We have no no chance of running this car or running diagnostics, unfortunately, since it is so dead. We're not going to get anything off diagnostics with a dead battery. Other than that, though, the damage under here seems to be minimal. We go to the interior. Going to go around. I'm going to get my light real quick. And we see what we're looking at here. We'll start in the back. Now, this rear carpet protective little area has been pulled up. The technician told me that he pulled it up because he was going to, the carpet was pulled out and he's putting it back. Carpet is typical wear and tear. Nothing too crazy. It's got all-weather mats. Seats back here look pretty good. No major wear and tear, no signs of damage. Everything looks pretty decent. It is pretty dark back here. We got some better lit up photos so you can see. But these trim pieces, these are for the back. These are for right here. So these are broken. The clips, for some reason, are broken in these. And they do not attach well, I was told by the technician, both sides. So that one as well. There are some stains and such in the headliner as well. This door panel looks good with no signs of issue. You go around to the passenger side. We find this door panel in good condition with no issues. Again, the tint is peeling here from age. And these back seats, again, no signs of major damage or anything like that. All looks pretty decent. And carpets look okay as well. They're not wet or damaged or anything of that nature. Try to get under here. Again, you'll see better photos due to the lighting situation. You go to the passenger front. We can't really open it too much because it's on the lift. Do the best we can though. These doors look to be in good condition with no signs of major issue. The seats all look pretty decent. Again, normal wear and tear. No signs of damage or anything like that. We do have some grease stains along these A-pillars. You can see there. Dash looks pretty good, as well as all this. No owner's manual or anything like that. Everything looks pretty decent. Carpets look decent as well up front here with no signs of major issue, just normal age. There is some stainage here. A little couple of marks on the console here and there, but nothing too crazy. The driver's side, the door doesn't open as well as the passenger side, so it's real hard to get a hold of there. But we do the best we can. This door panel appears to be in pretty good condition from what I can see. Like I said, unfortunately one in the lift, so we can't really open more than this. However, it was pointed out to me that this panel here is off and I guess missing. Carpets look decent, a little mud and stuff here and there. For the most part though, we have no major issues. I'm just gonna reach my arm in there. Watch, sorry, this isn't the best video I've ever made. A little shaky, hard to reach in here. But as you can see, there's no overly major issues. The seats look pretty good under the plastic here. No real issues. Console also looks pretty good with no real issues. You'll see more photos. I climbed in here a little better to take some better photos. But I don't see any major damage or anything like that on the interior. We can... Unfortunately, we cannot pop the trunk. Again, due to the battery being completely dead. There is no power to the vehicle whatsoever. So I'll show you again that we cannot, there is no opening here, nothing. So unfortunately, we can't do any of that kind of diagnostic stuff. As far as tires go, we are here in the, this is the left rear. Rims are in decent shape, a little bit of curb rash here and there. There are 2018s. With decent tread. There's about 7 to 8/32 tread. Nice even tread wear, no issues. All the tires are matching and we have no major issues there. Again, 2018. This is the front left. A little bit of curb rash here and there, but no major problems, with about 7 to 8 30 seconds of tread. This is the engine cover. A little dirty, but again, we have no major issues. Tires. This is the passenger front. No major curb rash or anything of that nature. And again, a 2018 with 7 to 8 30 seconds of tread. And the last tire is the same. Matches with no major issues. 2018 with about 7 to 8 30 seconds of tread. We're going to lift it up and we're going to look at the brakes and undercarriage. We'll be right back. So we got a charger, booster on the car right now. I just wanted to document that it has 71,523. Here we are on the trunk. Like I said, we got the trunk open. I don't see any major damage, any signs of issue. Carpets look decent under here. We're going to make sure that there is a little moisture in here. This carpet is a bit wet. Looks like spare is in place and tools are underneath it, so we have no major issues. However, like I said, this carpet is a bit wet, so we don't know what happened in there. So there you have it. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna lift. Forgot to mention that this panel here is loose and off, so there was some tampering in here. It goes back on, but it was like this when we assessed it. Okay, so here we are under the car. We don't have any major issues. We do have a missing insulation panel on this passenger side. It was broken off, probably from driving, some kind of issue at some point. But no major problems. And other than that, this one here, again, no rust or any issues like that. Everything looks pretty decent under here. No leaks. A little bit of a leak, actually, a little seepage from this differential seal here. But that's probably from normal driving wear and tear. Doesn't look too bad. The leak that we were talking about, you're not gonna be able to see it in the video, but it can be seen through here. Let's see if we can get in there. So it is up in there. It's too shadowy, unfortunately. We did get a better photo, but you can see the leak up in there. Axles all look good. Everything looks decent. A little bit of damage on here as well. Brakes are all fairly low. Rotors from sitting are rusty. Recommended being replaced. Outside looks okay, but inside the rust is pretty deep. Ridge is pretty deep. And there's about 30% left on those pads at the most. So we do need to assess and look at replacing brakes. It is the same over here as well. Rotors are pretty pitted from rust and sitting, hard to see in there. And the pads are pretty low, as you can see. These rear wheels, again, same story. Car has been sitting for a couple years and there is pitting and rust on these rotors. Worse in the rear. And the pads, as you can see here, are about 35–40% left. We finally go over to this last, and again, pitted rotors should be replaced, and low on pads. A little bit of damage here and there. There's also a little damage on the front fascia and the bottom from some curbs and such that you can see. So there you have it, 2013 MKZ. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.